Hello, 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 and welcome to the first day of summer. Boom, boom, ba boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I think I'd have more to say. I missed the last episode because after spending so many hours playing that sheep's game, I was kind of too tired to want to keep recording stuff the next day. Gosh, wasn't a good game. Why did I get hooked for 8 hours? I just needed it to be done. That's all it was. I was playing the game, and I just needed it to be done with. And, truth be told, I finished it. That's about all I've got going for that bit there. Yep. So, gosh, I really want to get back into Frosthaven and continue that series I was writing a few years ago now, and yeah, find the script, get writing, finally clear off the play some good old Frosthaven stuff.
Good morning.
Can we actually go swimming? What? What did he want? It's been like 4 days. I've totally forgotten what he wanted.
Oh, a terrible morning.
Good morning.
Right, bluefish, sardines, like a chocolate.
Honestly.
Wait, is today a holiday?
Morning. Good morning.
Oh, okay, the store's just not open yet.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Wait, I don't have any squids. Oh no. I'd be so disappointed. Alright, yes. So who knows, maybe after I record these runes, I'll go and actually play some, Frosthaven and try to get back into writing and figure out what I did with the writing folder and all that stuff, and figure out where everything else got put off to as well, and just figure out everything all at once, always, and also it's way so hot out.
Huh? Morning.
Morning.
Hey, morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Gosh, yeah, it's so flippin' hot out. I wish I could just go out to the lake for a nice swim.
Morning.
Good morning.
Leave it to me.
Morning.
Good morning.
Man. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh dear.
Morning.
Yeah.
Morning.
Oh, it's too much effort to
Morning.
finish saying morning.
Good evening. I'm fine.
I want to go for the swims.
There.
What a pain.
All right.
I just got a lobster. So I don't know where I could get blowfish or sardines.
Pain.
Come on.
Oh.
Rat.
There. Hey, hi. Hi there.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Fish. More fish. And fish. 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 Got the fish. Okay, well, anyway. Hi!
Hello.
Hey.
Nope, because it's a holiday, store's not open.
There.
Well, apparently I accidentally harvested a level 1 cherry grass. I didn't mean to, of course,
All right. Ouch.
but so it goes. Can I just finish this apple off already? Thank you. Ugh. What have I been doing? Basically nothing. Occasionally playing Payday, somebody's doing Balatro. That's about it. That's about all. It's not much to me.
Hello.
It never was. Uh-oh, right. I was placing an order with Instacart because I want more of this peach juice because it was so good. Price hard. Meh, I don't need it.
Hello.
It's like, yeah, maybe I should be going and doing some like VR and do some like Beat Saber, or even VR card games, whatever. I should continue playing that VR card game. It's kind of fun. It is a nice. It's definitely a nice idea for a game, because it essentially has all of the appeal of just going down to your local game store to play cards with relative strangers. Except unlike like real game store where you can go in and wait around for hours and won't be able to find a game, won't be able to play a game with anyone. The place generally has like people in there right now who want to play games. Yeah. And there isn't like just a like wall of supplies up for sale, which I mean I'd say this is kind of a bad thing. I like the wall of supplies. Go to the counter, see all the fancy stuff packed behind the counter. with prices that I can't read because the
Are you serious?
text is so small.
Hello
And it's like, I don't want to assume the worst of, like, the people in charge of the pricing and all that, but also I do somewhat
Hello.
kind of assume that they make the prices small on purpose in the hopes that
I'm
people
fine.
won't be able... In the hopes that people will be all like, oh, that's just a $3 thing.
The worst.
Oh, that's only $3? I'll spend $3 on that. Sure, why not? And then person rings it up. It's like, oh, actually, that's $8. But
Oh.
the customer's already in too deep, and it's like, well, I was only wanting to spend $3 on that. But now I don't want to be rude and say, oh, I don't want this anymore. So I guess instead I'm just going to be all like, well, okay, I guess I'll spend
What?
$8 on this thing that I only kind of wanted for $3. Oh, good. Where is she?
Hey. Oh. Huh? Welcome back. Oh, welcome back. Oh.
But yeah, you just go in, you play cards. I remember that I had a deck that was very, interesting and curious. Sure, go fight more ones and do that. But it's been so long since I played, I don't remember what it was. And because it's technically a digital card game, you can do stuff like enhance the cards. Although in-game, it's only just like enhance from basic card to animated version, and it's like statistically the same card, so it's basically like getting a foil of a card.
Honestly.
She just stood outside of her shop all day. You want to talk about honestly? Honestly, she could have been running the shop all day instead. Isn't it the bow ones? Don't I need to just kill 6 of the bow ones? Yeah, like this fella. It is only really like a 1v1 game. You can't really play it with more than 2 people, and can't. I mean, okay, you can strictly play it on your own. It would be I feel like... Okay, it's been a while since I played, so specifics might be kind of out. At least, like, it should be possible to play it with, like, actual, like, paper cards. It's just that one of the colors, one of the groups, whatever, has a mechanic that doesn't really work for paper so well. But I think the others are fine, mostly speaking. So was it there are like five colors like magic? So one of them, which I guess would be red. So they all have a mechanic that adds an extra currency to the game, let's say. Yeah, they all have something that add an extra base to the game, extra thing. So, and I don't remember the names of the groups, but I know that the red one has money. So, when building a deck, you can have like one main group, one secondary group, and any other cards must be generic. And I think you can only have as many as like 10 cards of your secondary group. So if the red group is your main group, so if it is main or primary, then you can get coins as a currency. If it's your main group, then you get 1 free coin per turn. If it's your secondary, then you don't gain any free coins, but you can still play cards that give coins because those exist in red. So you can definitively tell when someone A has, you know, red as primary or secondary because you can look across the table and see that they're tracking coins. And B, you can tell on their first turn if red is the primary or the secondary. Based on if they get a free coin on their turn 1 or not. However, red's main gimmick, red's main... Red's main mechanic, the thing that it does the most, is you can you can use the coins to upgrade cards. So like you take the card in your hand, you plop it down onto like your coin counter, the card gets an upgrade, and most of the time people will upgrade their card and then immediately play it. So one could say it's like, okay, additional cost to play it, you use the coins, you can use like a die to keep track, whatever. Okay, sure, that's fine, that's fine. Except, for one, you could absolutely just upgrade the card, put it back into your hand, and then that card remains upgraded. So it's like, okay, so you'd have to keep track of that. It's kind of like niche case, like if you already have the maximum for like 10 coins, you could like, oh, use 1 coin to upgrade this card, not that I want to play it this turn, but so I don't waste the free coin from next turn. Or, let's upgrade this card in my hand. Okay, cool, now let's play the other card in my hand. And when this enters, it'll copy this card that's in my hand I've already paid the upgrade cost for. And yes, modifies... That's its main gimmick. It modifies cards with information that is not available to the opponent. It modifies cards that the opponent doesn't get to see. You can duplicate cards in your hand. You can like, oh hey, when this enters, give a random creature in your hand like a permanent +1/+1. So the card just... And yeah, that's like a whole thing with it, alright. I think there was one thing that's like... I'm trying to remember. There's someone I saw got an absolute loop going on. they had some. Wait. There's a card that when you play it, if it was upgraded, no, when you play it, it copies a card in your hand. If you had upgraded the card, the new copy costs 2 like mana less. So if your entire hand is just 2 of these, you upgrade both of them. You play one of them, it copies the other card, makes it cheaper. And then I think you play the other non-copied version. It copies the copy, but since it's now 4 cheaper, I think it would just be free. And then you could just keep playing that over and over again. Copy the non-free one that you have, make a free one, fill your board with 10 monsters every turn. Block as much as you want. Next turn, fill your board, attack if you wish, and you just keep going like that. Just fill your board for free every turn, and then maybe just play spells. Play whatever new card you get, and then fill up your board. And that's all you have to do. Every turn for the rest of the game, yes. And yeah, that doesn't seem, I don't know, fair exactly, but whatever. And yeah, trying to, like, that's just mechanics of the deck working towards itself. And frankly, someone did that against me once, and I was still able to completely blow them out of the water, like it was nothing. Like, they did that, and then they're all like, oh yes, I'm totally gonna win, and I was all like, okay, cool, my turn, I'll play this card. Like, you're at like 3 life, I'm gonna cast a spell to make you lose your 3 life, and I win. So what if you have monsters? Let's see, where's the rest of them? They'll... I like to play primarily black. The Dungeon Master Guild. I remember the name of that one, because its special perk is that you start with an extra monster on the field, the Dungeon Master, which is not so much just a generic monster. It's actually a card that you have to put... I don't know if it's in your deck or like a special, basically like sideboard outside your deck. Kind of like a commander, except... for anything that cares about monsters, it does not count as a monster. It's health, because monsters have health in the game, unlike magics, where it's just toughness, so if a monster takes damage, that damage persists indefinitely until it dies. Until it dies or is otherwise removed from the board. So yeah, it has 1 attack. Its health is equal to your health. And yeah, I think there are only like 3 of them, and those are the only things that are in. I don't think that there's any way to remove it from the board, other than, you know, killing the player. But anything that's like, oh, remove target monster, doesn't work. Deal damage to specifically a monster, doesn't work. Deal damage to any target, yes, because that can target a player. Like... But what's also very important to note is because it is a monster on the board, it can attack and it can block. And this leads to some niche advantages that other players don't tend to take advantage of. Say someone's attacking you with like a... suppose someone's attacking you with a 1/1 creature, and the Dungeon Master is the only creature out that could potentially block it. You could either choose not to block and take 1 damage, or choose to block it, you still take 1 damage, but then their monster is destroyed because you deal 1 damage back to it. It's like, block with... It's like, it's better to block with the Dungeon Master than just not block. But also, like, if you're going first and they don't also have Dungeon Master as their main, because if Dungeon Master is secondary, they don't get the Dungeon Master. It has to be their main to get it. So if you're playing Dungeon Master as main and they're not, turn 1, get an attack. I think play start with like 30 life. I think, something like that. So you just turn 1, attack. Deal 1 point of damage. Turn 2, if they didn't play a turn 1 monster, attack again. And yeah, that's all I have to do is just attack. Yeah, it's just a free monster. The one that comes default, because you get, you know, some cards when you first go on. The default one gives you Spell Mastery 1. Your first spell that deals damage each turn. I say each turn, although you can only play cards during your own turn. With an asterisk, we'll get in there later. But the first spell you cast each turn deals +1 damage. And so people usually make Dungeon Master decks where they just play as many spell mastery cards as possible. Just to deal... yeah, play a bunch of spell mastery cards and it's like, hey, this thing deals 1 damage. Well, actually, that's like 3 or 4 now. And it's like, yeah, that's a valid way to play. However, I like the other Dungeon Master, where you can tap it, activate it, which basically taps it. Tap it, sacrifice a creature, sacrifice another creature. You get a spell in your hand that is 1 mana. All of your creatures get +1/+1 until your next turn. And so, you know, if you get out a bunch of, like, cheapo token creatures, which the Deckmaster group is really good at doing, yeah, just get out a bunch of cheap creatures and go with that. You know, get out a bunch of like tokens or just play cheap creatures. Because there's 1 creature in the set. I think it's like it's a 2 mana 1/1. When it dies, draw a card. Yeah, when it dies, draw a card. If you've cast 3 like spells, non-creature, because spells count like sorceries. If you've cast 3 sorceries this turn. Yeah, I think in general there's basically only creatures and sorceries. I think, generally speaking. No artifacts, no enchantments or planeswalkers. No lands, even. It uses the Hearthstone mana thing. You just get extra mana crystals each turn and can spend up to that much to a maximum of 10 on turn 10. But yeah, it's like, look at that. 2 mana, 1/1 creature. When it dies, draw a card. If you cast 3 sorceries in 1 turn, then return this card from your graveyard back to your hand. So you can totally play it, sack it to the commander, the deck master, get the new spell, cast that, cast 2 other cheap spells, get it back to your hand, play it again. Or, as I really like to do, I think you can run 3 of a card, maybe 4. But just keep playing, like, play like 3 of them, sack 1, get the thing, whatever. Hold the buff card in your hand, because it will stay there. Yeah. Get, you know, maybe 2 of those and some other cheap spell. Cast all of them. Put the monsters
Morning.
back into play. Opponent's turn, they attack, block with the minion, let it die, draw a new card. Your turn, cast 3 spells, bring the minion back, cast it again. There's another card that I'm using that when it enters, you copy the top card of your graveyard twice. So if this minion is the top card of your graveyard, you play this thing, boom, 2 more of the skeletons.
Huh?
Good morning.
Good morning. Huh?
Thank you.
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Welcome. Good, thank you kindly. Come again. Welcome.
Let's buy 15 of these.
Good choice. Thank you kindly. Come again.
Let's see. So yeah, the red gets coins and modifies cards in hand. Black gets the Dungeon Master and either casts damaging spells or gets out lots of minions. And those are the only 2 I've really played. There's blue that can essentially play instants. You cast a spell and it just goes like face down where like the opponent can't look at where it is, look at it, see what it is. If the trigger happens, the card gets activated. I think, yeah, it can also play basically enchantments, cards that just stay up, and as long as their effect is true, they continue to do their thing. If the effect goes false, they go into the discard. So I think one of them is like, at the beginning of your turn, make like a 1/1 creature. But if you ever have more creatures than your opponent, get rid of this card. So
Good morning.
I think this one basically just like that, but with like cards. So you want to make sure to not have cards in hand. But if your opponent just plays all of their cards, then you lose that. But so yeah, there's all of that going. So yeah, I've never actually played
Terrible
it.
morning.
Good morning.
Oh. I'm so.
Huh? Huh?
I don't mean it.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay, woohoo. And then there's green, which I tried to play green once and I couldn't understand it. So my understanding of it now is even worse. But I believe it has like a monster zone, like a special monster zone, whatever. So green specializes itself on creatures specifically, and it has some creatures that have a ability where you can like put them into the monster zone and get an extra mana for that turn. So on turn 1, you can like, oh, put this monster away, play this, and it's like 2. It also has an ability of some creatures have ability when they die to take monsters from the extra monster zone and like play those. I tried it once, couldn't figure it out, and just went back to using. I went just back to playing Commander. Bye. I got some Discord notifications. Come on, cook. Cook. Sorry, someone posted a thing and added me on it, so I just want to respond to them before I totally forget. Okay. Playing through Frosthaven, I wound up unlocking, I think, every character and playing almost every character. The one character I didn't wind up playing is apparently, like, the most broken, busted OP one of the game. Also, definitely the most difficult to play, but it's like, I was already doing a lot of awesomeness with other characters.
Hello there. Welcome.
I think I'll always remember that one, the tower mission. Like, I want to do that again and again. I want to do that specific mission again. That had a lot of build-up going to it, because, like, I think you had to do missions to learn about the tower. Like, you're doing missions normally, then you learn about the tower. And then and then you have to do a mission to be able to reach the tower. And then you get to the tower and have to do a mission to get into it. Then you go into, like, big old elevator, and you have to do a mission on the elevator. And then you finally get to the top, and you have to fight a boss fight on the top of this giant tower. And, like, the top of the tower is shaped somewhat like a figure 8.
Hey there.
Hi!
Thanks a bunch.
Huh?
Thanks a bunch.
Huh?
Fish!
Thanks a bunch. Thanks a bunch.
Huh?
Hello.
So, yeah. So, the top of the tower is shaped somewhat like a figure 8. But there's... how to say? A figure 8 with, like, a circle in the middle of it. So, like, figure eight is basically the two circles, and that's basically like the ground that we had to work on. But in the middle of it, there was like a giant laser, essentially. And if you step into the laser, bad things happen to your character. But you have to step into the laser to get to the other side. Even though you are, technically speaking, on top of a tower, by the rules of the game, you're not allowed to fly around the laser. You could fly through the laser, but then you're still going through it. You're not allowed to fly around it, based on the rules of the game and how they work. However, I happened to have two characters who could teleport, and by the rules of the game, teleporting does not make you pass through the spaces that you teleported through. So I just kind of teleported from like the bottom circle of the 8 to the top with two characters, but then just started wailing on the boss. Because like the boss's whole thing was like it spawns minions that don't care about the laser, and you have to try to fight the minions, go through the laser, fight it. But it's like, okay, two people just beating up the boss fight, and two ranged units on the other side killing off all of the minions as they get spawned in. It's like pew 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 pew. Speaking of minions, that card game that I was mentioning earlier. Trying to... So we have red, blue, black, and green.
Oh, hello. What? Raven.
Hey.
I'm
hey.
not sure if there's one for white or if I'm just thinking of the colorless card. No, there is one for white. Its thing is, as far as I can tell, life gain. There's like a little like 1 mana creature you can put out and you can like tap it to gain a life. Remember though, in this game, you can only cast spells and activate abilities during your own turn.
Thanks.
And your turn is over once combat is done. So you can't, like, you know, give the thing vigilance, attack for 1, and then tap it, or, you know, use it as a blocker and block, and then gain it. Like, no.
Hello.
Hello.
Go, sidekick.
What?
Thanks.
Uh, ooh. It's a sword that I'm not gonna wind up using. Alright, I guess let's look up what this thing is. Also. Boom. Ground stone. Oddwood Valley. Where is Oddwood Valley? This is by there. Oh, is that the place that far east? Okay. It was a lot of fun writing a story about Frosthaven and, like, oh, these are... It's like, oh yes, these are all the different characters, and this is that, and... Yeah, writing is nice.
What is it?
Fun.
Onward, sidekick! Yay! I'm sorry I put you through.
Huh?
Wow! Rainbow!
So is that like platinum? Okay, I need gold though, don't I? Yeah, I need 2 gold and then I need 2 platinum. Where to get gold? I mean, honestly, probably in that same place over there. Gold.
Everything going dark.
400 damage almost instantly.
Hello. Hello.
Just hi!
Hello.
What brings you in?
I'm trying to cross my legs, just, you know, just cuz. It's so hot here, and I've been sweating just enough that I can't even do that.
Everything going dark.
Woohoo! Dead again. No, you don't! No, you don't! No, you don't! No, no! Okay, can I find gold up here, though? This looks so pretty. I think there's gonna be a boss fight here at some point. Alright. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Oh! Oh! No, 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 no! No, no, no. Oh my gosh, wait. Could she? Ah.
Everything going dark.
That's fine. I got 2 golds. I'm fine. Okay, line water fight. Okay, let's... Okay. Oh, right, those, the... Winter crop, interesting. Let's run all the way back here. Let's go here. Would you still get experience if monster walked onto the... like, walked onto the poison by itself? And that caused it to just die? Because we still get the experience for that. I mean, you know? That's a very tempting plan. And, well, I guess I'm just here. Yeah, what level do we have to be for this? At least I'm getting a decent level of experience. Is about all I can really say about that. And also, the more that I eat all of this food stuff, I guess the more it gets all used up. Unless I still have to go through later. So yeah, just keep going, this is fine. Does it really just take, like, 49? Seems to be getting a level, like, every other time. Okay, what level is this recipe? Oh yeah, this is level 60 recipe. So it probably wants me to be like level 50 before I should do it. So no wonder it's taken... The previous one wanted me to be level 30 for it. Or, you know, minimum level like 20 or so. I mean, hey, we got, what, 3 or 4 levels out of this? Didn't we make a whole bunch of this? But, hey! No. What? Apple, apple, apple juice? Oh, this is gonna be a lot. Ugh. Oh, to have a speed up function, huh? So I think I'm just gonna end the episode here. Gonna keep grinding this a little bit. I mean, I doubt that there's any sort of like special event that might happen, whatever. So hope that y'all enjoyed this somehow. I'm probably just gonna do a bit more of this for a little while. Hope that's quite alright.